Congratulations to Tiffany Ray Earls out there who won the 120 from Polaris and AMSOIL Championship Snocross. So all the fans just getting all the great things in the giveaways. Fisher here with me in the studio. I know you wanted that thing. I know you put a lot of entries in, but you did not win it. My apologies.
No, I didn't, and it's a cool, the wrap on it. They had a custom wrap made for it. It's AMSOIL Championship Snocross wrap. It looks great. It's going to be fast.
Yeah, I tell you what, talking about fast, we got a fast racetrack. Again, multi-time world champion Jeff Fisher. My name is Chris Hockey. We've got Erica Allreed, Taven Woody, Rod Scorch, and a cast of thousands bringing you the final show of the entire year. And again, we had championships awarded last night. We've had them for the last couple of weeks, but the biggest one's still to be decided here tonight.
Yeah, you know, and it is a close points battle with Creighton Dillon and Jordan LaBelle. And don't count Daniel Benham out either.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And, of course, even the championship classes that have been decided, lots of great racing there. But another thing that did happen last night, Cam Cole won his championship. He moves into AMSOIL Pro Division. How fun is that to see tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be great to see our Pro Light winner going into the Pro. He's forced into Pro anyhow for next year because he finished top 3 2 years. So now he has to go. So why not start it out, finish the year off, see how he does. His qualifying times, they were very respectable. So watch for Cam Cole.
Everything's coming down the way we wanted it to here because the fog has lifted. There's a little bit of snow in the air. It's a beautiful night, and we've got a great opening ceremonies about to happen. Why would we wait another moment? Let's send it down to Taven Woody and Erica Allreed.
Thank you so much, guys. It's hard to believe we're already at our season finale here at Spirit Mountain. Taven, what an incredible season it has been. The storylines have been plentiful and are still taking place here tonight with that pro class still undecided.
Yeah, it should be very interesting, but I do want to hit on Pro Light last night. The win was separated by 3 1,000ths of a second between Cam Cole and Drew Freeland. That was just absolutely astronomical. You don't see that very often. But guys, we've had so many good racing, especially I do want to hit on Avery Hemmer. She's a rookie. She won the Pro Women's Championship, and she clinched it last weekend. So all she had to do was kind of just chill and hang back and don't worry about getting hurt, just have some fun. So it should be super exciting to see how tonight ends.
Absolutely. Those rookies stepped up to the plate this year, and we're about to see another one go head-to-head with Creighton Dillon in that pro class. But before we kick off all of the action, I'm joined here on the tabletop with Roger Skyme, who's going to say a word of prayer.
Thank you. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you again, Lord, for the final night of racing for ISOC for this season. Lord, we just thank you for how you've been with us through the season. We pray tonight for a good night. Pray for a safe night. Pray that you will watch and look over care for the athletes and give them a good evening. Lord, we just pray for them, and they're special to us. Lord, we thank you for the snow. We thank you for snowmobiles. We thank you for athletes who love this sport like the rest of us do, Lord. And then tonight, Lord, also want to bring the military that is here this evening and the girls and boys that have decided to enter the armed service. Pray, thank you for their decision and their desire to serve you and to serve our country. I have another special friend that we prayed for last night who's in Iceland. He's 6 years old, the boy is, and he has cancer. So, Lord, his name is Alfar. We will continue to pray for him, even when we're not racing. But tonight, I would just pray that you would touch him and heal him from that crazy cancer and bring him back whole, Lord. Tonight, pray that you'd be with the athletes. Keep them safe. Be with the race directors and race staff here and track staff. And I'd like us to remember Easter. Easter is a special time. It's a time for us to bring our hearts to the Lord and what he has done for us and what he's going to continue doing for us. He provided the way for our salvation. There's individuals that are going to leave here tonight crowned as champions. And Lord, we just pray that thank you for them. Congratulating to them. And there's also individuals here that are not going to leave as champions tonight. But we know that next year will come and everybody is on equal ground again. The champions will have to work hard to stay there. And then, of course, the ones that are not champions, you will have to work just a little bit harder, and you will become a champion. We love you all. We thank you for this evening. We ask for a blessed Thanksgiving for everyone and a good summer. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Roger. We greatly appreciate it. And now with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now joining me here on the tabletop is Second Lieutenant Renzi. Second Lieutenant, tonight we're going to be doing something called the Death Swear-In. What are these young men and women going to be swearing into here tonight?
So the Death Swear-In is a formal oath that we do, and the Airmen's Guardians will take that oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, and it marks the transition from civilian to military service. So it's very special for us, and I'm excited for them.
As are we. And where could people go to find some more information, whether they're joining us here in person or online?
Yeah, so the best way to do it is go on to airforce.com. You can get in touch with a recruiter that way, or just show up to your local recruiting squadron, and we can get you the information that you're looking for.
Take it away.
All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations. Welcome to the Long Blue Line.
Riley, as you were making your way down, Jess said you had a bit of an off and are a bit sore today. Can you give the fans an update?
Yeah, just had a little rough day, struggled in the qualifying heats and then had a big off on the finish line. So rested up last night and I'm ready to go racing today.
Well, we love to hear it. Best of luck.
Riley Bester, and we'll send some love to our fifth competitor, Emil Haar, our two-time and defending champion, not with us tonight due to injury, but we love you, Emil. In fourth in the points, from Sweden, racing for Northland Concrete. Northland Concrete breaks.
The number 81 of Gustas Austin. you know, he's always fast. Watch for him to get out front. He's smooth. You just look at, he's a showman, isn't he?
Certainly having some fun out there on the track, Gustav. Gustav, one last opportunity to make a statement here tonight. How do you find your way back to the podium?
I don't know, we just try to have as much fun as possible, and I enjoy it every second of it, and I'm thankful for being here and my team and everyone that's around, and yeah, just trying to have as much as fun as possible and enjoy the last race.
Best of luck.
We're glad to have you too, Gustav. Thank you so much. Our third place rider is 37 points out of first place heading into tonight. From Deer River, Minnesota, racing for Mystic Lubricants, Protofab Engineering, and Rock Speed FX, the number 221 for Fradlone Racing is Daniel Benham.
Yeah, Daniel Benham won all his heat races yesterday, ended up third on the podium. Let's look for Daniel Benham to get out front and be on the podium again.
Dan, despite a string of podium finishes, you said there is more left in the tank. What more are you searching for?
Oh, wow. And after last night, that wasn't on their level last night for sure. And yeah, we just got to be a little bit better on the downhills. But yeah, execute the starts like we have. And man, it's the last one. It's time to go for it.
Looking forward to seeing you out there.
Once again, Daniel Benham. Our second place racer is 27 points behind the championship lead. He's from Quebec, Canada. He races for Makita, Kicker, and GMC. The 5'11 Skidoo for Warner Racing is Jordan LaBelle.
And the number 5'11 of Jordan LaBelle. I think back, the last time I saw Jordan that salty on the podium, he came back the next night and crushed it. So look for the 5'11 Makita Skidoo to get out front and run away.
Jordan is second in last night's final, and you were not satisfied. So what do you need to do to find yourself one more step up?
Just got to have a clean race and just try to make no mistakes, and I think we can do it tonight.
Absolutely. Best of luck.
Once again, that's Jordan LaBelle. And our points leader heading into tonight's event is from Ontario, Canada. He races for FXR, North American Trailers, and Stud Boy. He is a rookie, and he's about to win a championship if he gets through this night. The number 96 Skidoo for Three Motorsports is Creighton Dillon.
The number 96 of Dillon. Oh, there's that triple I was talking about. Creighton Dillon. I mean, what can we say? The guy is just phenomenal. He's showing us why he's the points leader right now.
Absolutely, Jeff. Having some fun out here on the track before the racing even begins. Creighton, tonight you have the opportunity to clinch your first pro championship in your rookie season. What's going through the mind of the 96?
No, then the 96 is ready to win, and I'm just here to collect. I'm here to do my job, and my job is to win. And going to get it done in these heats, and then we're going to show up in the final, and we're going to kick everybody's ass like we did last night, and it's going to be a good night.
Best of luck.
And that's him, ladies and gentlemen, Creighton Dillon. So we've got a lot of racers ready to go, and we've got a spectacular racetrack. It's time to take a lap around this track via the drone with Anson Shield.
Now, Anson Shield, he just went over the flyaway. No, he's coming down the downhill. Now, this hill is just been brutal. I've never seen a course that has been just this rugged and rough. Coming through the Skidoo corner, going to take a left around the Caterpillar, uphill, coming back towards the chalet now. Yeah, look at the bumps that hot. Those things are just flying. Okay, now we're coming up. It's just like a rhythm section up here, coming up to the back past the start line, going up the hill. Now this hill doesn't look that steep there, but it's fairly steep going up. For sure. Going around the Arctic Cat corner where we've seen a lot of contact there, off the Air Force flyaway. And this is where we're going to see that big double.
Orders, and we're about to go green for the final race to begin. And they are racing in Duluth. LaBelle to the far outside. Cameron Cole right to his left. But over the U.S. Air Force flyaway and down the stretch they come. Big air for some triples right away. And your leader is Hunter Patino. Anson Shield right in behind him from Shearing Speed Sports. That triple made a difference on the very first straightaway.
Yeah, we're seeing the rookie Cameron Cole running in third right now.
At the bottom of the hill, a 7-lap sprint in here in heat 1 of round 1 of the Pro Division. And Hunter Patino, the Ocho, is hooked up as they head up the hill. Whoa! Somebody almost lost it right there. And LaBelle gets around them. Not a great start for Jordan LaBelle on the far outside. Will set the order, but at the moment they're at the top of the hill once again. Evan Dow looks to the inside the leader. There's Anson Shield, the other rookie in this class, trying to get on the podium for his final race of the season. And down the stretch they come, big air triples for your leader. And that really is working for Hunter Patnode right now. Patnode, Shield out, then Yerk and LaBelle, your top 5. Salston all the way back in 6th. He might have been the one that got sideways on the way up the hill.
Yeah, that probably was Salston that got a little sideways. And Cameron Cole falling back.
Oof, look at that. Bumper to bumper at the bottom of the hill. LaBelle now works his way into 4th, and he tries to make it to 3rd as they're 3 abreast up the hill. And Jordan LaBelle needs those spots, and he's on the inside 4 abreast.
You can see there's quite a kicker on that uphill. A few of the guys are getting sideways on it.
And Jordan LaBelle, as you said, is salty. He's not letting anybody get in his way. He's all the way up to 3rd already and looking for another spot as he looks at that 727 of Jacob Yerk in front of him.
Yeah, watch how these guys are coming attacking this hill.
Oh, big triples for LaBelle. He makes it. Salston makes it as well. And now it's Patnode, Yerk, LaBelle, your top 3, with Salston moving into 4th. You're going to end up having to triple that if you're going to compete for a win here tonight.
Yeah, these, and it's going to get tougher and tougher too as we go along.
Salston to the outside of LaBelle.
Yeah. Tell you, it's going to get tougher. Now watch this uphill. These guys are getting kicked.
Right there. Oh man.
Boy, this racing is intense. These guys are not. This is just the first heat race.
Oh no, Salston's off the track. Not sure what happened there, just like maybe he just got off the track. I'm not sure if he had an issue of some kind.
He might have got pitched off. Yeah, he couldn't see what actually happened.
Both of them go for the triple. Man, just barely making it. Now it's Patnode, Yerk, and LaBelle. And by the way, Patnode with an almost 3-second lead. Look at him way out there. The Ocho's running away to hide all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's finding some good lines. He's hitting his marks. No mistakes so far.
Letting it all hang out as it's the final race of the season, and you need every point you can get. Yerk cuts in front of LaBelle, tries to shut him off as they head to the top of the hill. And there, of course, is Hunter Patnode. That's your leader. And there's the distance between 2nd and 3rd as LaBelle looks to the inside. You think Yerk knows he's there?
Oh, I think he knows he's, yeah.
Watch this if they triple right here.
And then look at Salston coming on him hard right now.
Oh, the only one that did that time was Salston, and he almost hit the drone. That was awesome. Outside line for everybody as they head down the hill.
Yeah, that downhill is brutal tonight.
It really is. I believe it was Benham that said he had to be faster on the downhill. And fast means just hold on to the sled and let it go where it wants to go. It just seems to be it's going to go where it needs to be. LaBelle reels in Yerk again. He's very fast through that section. We've got a lap and a half to go in this round 1, heat 1 of your pro division. Inside for LaBelle again, but he just can't make the pass on Jacob Yerk. Bumper to bumper. And down the stretch they come. Will he try to triple this time? He goes double again. And so does Salston this time.
Yeah, I think it's getting a little bit hold out on that takeoff, and they're just not able to get the run they had early on.
LaBelle looks to the inside again as we go back to your leader who's at the bottom of the hill, and the lead is now 3 seconds for a suddenly surging Hunter Patnode. Outside line for LaBelle as he looks to try to make the pass for 2nd up the hill. Yerk holds him off.
Yeah, LaBelle is looking, he's searching for a different line. He can't keep following. That's the one thing. If you start following people, you're just going to get hung up in their pace.
Out of the last turn, over the Air Force flyaway, and the checkers will fly. And Hunter Patnode with an exclamation point takes round 1, heat 1 of your AMSOIL Pro Division. Yerk will hold on for a strong 2nd, and LaBelle will come across in 3rd.
Great run for Jacob Yerk on the Arctic Cat.
He was fast yesterday as well. But how about Hunter Patnode? Coming out with a surge in this very first heat of the pros. Let's take a look at what happened to Cameron Cole here. That's it. Oh, that's right there. That was Cameron.
Oh, he got held up and then got stuck on that uphill.
Yeah.
That's where your mountain riding's got to come into play there.
Well,
Cameron.
you know, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Cameron Cole gets his first one in the books. Now the nervousness is over. We'll take it from there. 2nd heat on the starting line. Round 1, heat 2 of your pro division. Here's your starting lineup.
We have Poirier, Benham, Cam, Dillon, Bester, and Peterson.
Yeah, we got Benham and Cam, and got Dillon, and of course, the 96 sled trying to win it. He just saw what happened in that heat. LaBelle right behind him, ran third. Let's see what he can do from the second spot to the inside. And they are racing in Duluth. Oh, man. And shuffled back is Creighton. He's going to have to get to work again like he did in yesterday's heat races. Big triples for your leader.
Benham made that look easy.
He sure did. Man, that's big air. So Benham, your leader. And I believe that is Peterson who's in second. But look who's already worked his way into second spot with that red number plate on. On the short chute at the bottom of the track, Creighton Dillon is lurking behind Daniel Benham. Inside line, Creighton said he was coming to get it, and look at him.
You know, it's the one thing, Creighton, when you watch his riding style, he never follows. He's always looking for another line, and he'll go for just the most obscure line and make it work.
Let's see if Benham goes for the triples again. Over the Air Force flyaway and headed for him. Doubles and doubles. Keep that sled on the ground. And Benham is your leader. Now 6 laps to go. It's Benham, Dillon, and Peterson. Inside line for Creighton. And down the hill they go. This is the part Benham said he needed to be faster on. And look at Dillon to the inside. Much faster down that hill, Fish.
Yeah, no, Dillon's, he's risking it. Like he said, it's either going to be records or checkers for him.
But the outside line works out for Benham. He takes the lead back as they head up the hill. Creighton looks to the inside. They're drag racing down the Monster Energy Mile.
Look at Peterson. He's sneaking up on him as those guys are kind of trying to dice away. Peterson might be able to take advantage of it. Ooh, except that.
Inside move for Creighton. And they're drag racing now in front of the fans on the front stretch. Both of them double. And now 5 laps to go as Daniel Benham holds on to the lead.
Now you watch Dillon, see what he does here on the inside. He gets a good run on Benham, but when he gets to the bottom is where he has the problem. That inside, the outside is just a little faster.
But he's going to try to hold him off right here. Yeah, this is the spot where Benham was able to get by him last time. And this time, he looks to the inside, but the door too shut. And we have a new leader. Our points leader is our race leader here in round 1, heat 1. Creighton Dillon to the front.
Yeah, that uphill is, I think it's getting icy there where they're actually just spinning. We saw Cameron Colgan, he's stuck on the ice on that hill. It just shows how steep that really is.
The new leader over the Air Force flyaway and doubles and over the Amsoil finish line. Now 3 laps to go for Creighton Dillon. It's Dillon, it's Benham, it's now Riley Bester who got around Peterson, who had a bit of a snafu that we saw on camera a moment ago, as the 2 LaValle sleds are 3rd and 4th right now. And look at Creighton Dillon go now.
Yeah, see, he's dropping to that outside line.
Yeah, he saw that it worked that much better. He's going to stay there for sure. Out of the FXR turn. Down the Monster Energy Mile he goes. Came into the race once again 27 points ahead of Jordan LaBelle. And right now, he'll add to that points lead if he can hold on for the win in this race.
Yeah, like we say, every race counts. All the points matter here.
2 laps to go for Creighton Dillon. Inside line, he sticks with that inside line. And this time, Benham decides to try the same thing. But
yeah, he might as well. You know, I mean, he's got to learn what Dillon's doing. You know, where's Dillon gaining?
Look at that. I mean, again, down that hill, Creighton just hits the gas and closes his eyes and prays for snow. Now, just go for it, right? There's Peterson gets around Bester, and the teammates are continuing to battle. And Peterson got around Bester again, so quite a race going on back there between the 2 LaValle sleds.
Yeah, now look at Peterson. He's getting right up on Benham. You know, looking at the lap times, yeah, he gained a 2.5 seconds on Benham that last lap.
Inside line as the white flag will fly, and the battle is suddenly for second place. It's a 3.5 second lead for Creighton Dillon, but Benham is going to have a job for half a lap to try to hold off Adam Peterson here.
Yeah, and Peterson's running faster lap times right now than Creighton Dillon.
Wow.
So he's got a 0.5 second to a second a lap. So Peterson is rolling right now.
Keep that in mind. He's trying that outside line. I wonder if he's been doing that the entire race, but that worked really well for him right there. He figured something out. Look at him. beside Benham, who gets a little squirrely but holds on to it. At the top of the hill, they'll take that hard left. And the checkers are going to fly for your points leader. Creighton Dillon's going to win round 1, heat 2 of the Pro Division. But who will hold on for second? It's going to be Benham. Benham and then Peterson at the bottom of the hill. What a race in round 1, heat 2 of your AMSOIL Pro Division. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. The sun is still shining here in Duluth, and we're already racing like that. So Creighton Dillon did exactly what he said he wanted to do, and he came out and set the precedent already. Creighton Dillon, Daniel Benham, then Peterson, Bester, Poirier, and Cam, 1 through 6. And that'll do it for the first round of heats for your AMSOIL Pro Division. That'll put us right up against the Pro Light heat races. Will be coming up momentarily. And there's Corin Todd on that number 36. And look at this, Corin Todd in the Pro Light division. After winning the Pro-Am Plus 30 championship, he has gone into the Pro Light division. I thought I saw the slide. I thought I was looking at the schedule wrong, but we have both Denman and Corin Todd here in this Pro Light round 1, heat 1 of the night. And it's in starters orders. And they are racing. And here we go. And a stacked list of U.S. Air Force Pro Light riders make their way down the front stretch, and we'll set the field. Eric Downs, Evan Christian, Tanner Johnson, Kenny Goike, and Corin Todd, your top 5 at the moment. And down the hill they go for the first time. Downs and Christian and Tanner Johnson right there, your top 3. And of course, Cameron Cole won this championship. Christian right now has a 10-point lead over Downs for second place in the points coming into the night.
So here's our points battle going right here. This is the points
battle right here, absolutely.
Yes.
So Cam Cole already won the championship, but second still up for grabs, and only 10 points separating the man in first right now from the man in second right now.
And then Goike's in 4th in points, and he's in 4th right now in the...
That's actually, I'm sorry,
5th in points, yeah.
Yeah, Goike is 5th in points, that's exactly right. So, and by the way, you mentioned there, 4th place Freeland, only 13 points behind Christian. So, this 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I guess the podium of the championship is still up for grabs.
Exactly.
But Downs is really out front right now and has no issue down that downhill right there. That seems to be the separator tonight. We talked a lot about the other section of the track last night being the very upper section of the racetrack here by the U.S. Air Force Flyaway. That was the difference maker last night. It appears it might be the downhill tonight.
Yeah, I think it could be that, you got to be smooth. You cannot screw up, and it's easy to do on that hold-out section right there. But yeah, Eric Downs, this is Daniel Benham's teammate on the Franalone Mystic Lubricant team. So everything they're learning on Daniel's sled and Eric's sled, they're the same. Jeff Whitwer's clutching these things, so he's got them dialed. So he's got these cats moving.
Those sleds are fast from the drop of the green flag. There's no doubt about it. Down the hill they go now. 2.5 laps to go for Downs, who continues to lead out of Jordan, Minnesota. Just ahead of Evan Christian out of Findlay, North Dakota. That's first and second. And you got Tanner Johnson out of Otsego, Minnesota, sitting in third right now. Corin Todd, our Pro-Am Plus 30 champion, is up to 4th in this Pro Light heat race.
Yeah, we'll see how much fuel Corin has in the tank to run both these classes.
Absolutely, because he will be in the final. At least he'll take the start for the Pro-Am Plus 30 final in a bit. Here comes your leader, though, as he gets to the AMSOIL finish line. 2 laps to go in this heat race. And the lead is substantial. 3.5 seconds for Downs over Christian. Johnson continues to be in third, then Todd continues to run in 4th. The conditions couldn't be more perfect than they are right now for snowmobile racing here in Duluth.
Yeah, snowing at a snowmobile race.
Snowing at a snowmobile race, and again, earlier all day long, we had fog that could make it so you could barely see the bottom of the racetrack. But Carl Stravinsky, our fearless leader, said, don't worry, 5 o'clock, it's all going to be gone. He wasn't lying. He put in the order and got it done.
He put in the order, yep.
What do we got here? Is this the bottle? Is that Corin Todd trying to... or did he get around?
He got around Johnson.
Yeah, that's right. So Johnson takes the spot back from Corin Todd. Oh, bumping and banging. Oh, no. Corin's off his sled at the top of the hill. No respect for the champion at the top of the hill. No respect at all. Corentin's back on his sled, plugging it back in. And the win goes to Eric Downs.
Well, not quite yet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought that was a checkered flag.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, we're
that
getting
was the white
close.
flag. You're right.
We got a couple more corners you can.
Yeah,
you
now
can
then
say
I'll do that. I was concerned about Corentin there up at the top of the hill. Here
Aren't we all, right?
Now the checkers are going to fly. And ladies and gentlemen, a dominant victory about to happen for that young man as he comes to the U.S. Air Force flyaway. The lead is already 4.5 seconds for him.
Yeah, I think he's going to, he'll add a second or two onto this.
And
Maybe not.
The
Here
win
comes
goes.
Christian right behind him.
Eric Downs. Evan Christian comes across 4.5 seconds. Yeah, there you go. And Tanner Johnson holds on for third. Beasy, who had a really good night last night, comes across in fourth. And that is Pro Light Round 1 Heat 1. Brought to you by our friends at the U.S. Air Force. And a real statement win right there for Eric Downs. And that'll lead us right to Round 1 Heat 2 of your Pro Light division. As the track gets cleared, we'll show you the results of that race once again. Downs, Christian, Johnson, Beasy, Goike, Todd, Legendre. But here is Round 1 Heat 2 of the U.S. Air Force Pro Light division.
We're going to see Adam Ashline, Alex Anderson, Yanni Kamalayan, Zach Farmer, Jacob Began, Brandon Nelson, and Drew Freeland. Now, Drew had a pretty good battle with Cam Cole last night, so
what a race.
If Drew can run the speeds he was running last night, he's going to have no problem.
We talked about it in opening ceremonies. When we tell you he won by 2 inches last night in the Pro Light division, Cam Cole did over that young man, we are not kidding.
No.
2 inches. The closest race I've ever seen in snowmobile racing. The engines have fired. Starters getting them all set. We'll go green again momentarily here from lovely Spirit Mountain in Duluth, Minnesota. Thanks to all our friends up here in Duluth for taking great care of us. Love being here in Duluth. Love being part of this series. And the weather couldn't be better. It's in starters' hands. We're about to go green. And they are racing in Duluth. Oh, we lost one, we lost two in turn 1 right there.
Yeah, Nelson on that outside, he got around clean. Everybody else got tangled up.
Nelson, Kamalainen, and Begin are right there at 1, 2, 3 as we lost 2 sleds at the top of the hill. And the yellow flag is flying up there. But at the bottom of the hill, Brandon Nelson says, thank you very much. Through the short section of the track and up the hill he goes. Kamalainen trying to reach him and reel him in as they head up that hill and does just a bit there.
Yeah.
But eating a heavy roost right there.
And there's Ashline, Freeland, and Farmer where our 3 sleds that got tangled up in there.
It's a short race, 4.5 laps to go. Do they have time to make their way back to the front? We'll find out. But that U.S. Air Force sled is fast and he's out front. And across the Amsoil finish line, we've got 4 laps to go now for Brandon Nelson out of Stacy, Minnesota. Now Begin moves into second, I believe.
And Ashland's caught all the way up to third.
Ashline has moved all the way up to third. What a run he had last night. Finished third last night on the podium, I believe.
Yes, and yeah, but look at how he is running hard right now. I mean, looking at his lap times are super fast. Freeland's the one who's ripping some good laps right now. So watch for Freeland to start maybe getting up, see if he can get up into the top 3 here.
The top of the hill they go. Making the turn and again headed towards that U.S. Air Force flyaway. There's your leader on that U.S. Air Force sled, getting some big air over the Amsoil finish line. Continues to be Nelson. Begin and then Ashline. That's your top 3 as there's now 3 laps to go. We have a sled over to the right-hand side. I think that was Kamalainen right there who was off the sled over there, who was at one point second in this race. Yep, it was the 171 off the sled over there. Some sort of sled issue it looks like. But up front, we've got a battle for second. Ashline's trying to find a way around, Begin to go into second, and he looks to the inside there. And you mentioned it. He is riding with authority right there. Trying to make a move into second. Can't do it at the top of the hill, Fish.
No, but he's got at least 2 laps to go, so he knows he has to be patient, get set up. He knows where the better lines are, I hope, by now.
Into the turn, and down the hill they'll go again. You see that yellow flag, so they got to keep the sled on the ground right there in that yellow flag area. No passing. A great shot from the drone to show you just how far out Brandon Nelson is right now. 3.3 second lead, but the battle for second tightens up once again.
Yeah, Ashline comes in really hot into that inside there.
Jacob began there from St. George, Quebec. Hold on to second place right now at the moment. Oh, and he's off his sled. I spoke too soon. Our second place rider is off his sled at the top of the hill. Yellow flag out there right beside him.
Yeah, Ashline, it was great that Ashline he had already pulled into a separate line, because otherwise, if he was too close and following, he would have got wadded right up in there behind him.
So we've got 2 yellow flags on the track on the white flag lap now for Brandon Nelson. And now the line goes Nelson, Ashline, and Einerson as your leader heads up the hill. 25 years of sponsorship for Shearing Speed Sport and the U.S. Air Force. And Brandon Nelson makes the U.S. Air Force proud. Up the hill he comes.
Yeah, around that Arctic Cat turn, off the Air Force flyaway, checkers in sight.
And down the hill he comes. And the win will go to Brandon Nelson. What a strange race that one was. Coming across in second will be Ashline, then Einerson, and I believe I saw Freeland with a mechanical issue. I'm not sure that he may have been, no, that was the 28 that had the mechanical issue there. So he did come across in fourth. So Nelson, Ashline, and Einerson, lots of action happening in one little race right there.
Yeah,
in round one, Heat 2 of the Pro Light division, but the guy who had none of it was the winner. A sizable win for Brandon Nelson.
Yeah, Brandon Nelson got the start and was gone.
4.5 second win. As everything's going crazy behind you, that leaves a lot of open snow in front of you. Makes it a little easier on you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So there you go. Round one of not only the Pro Light, but the pros in the books. They'll be back a little bit later for another rounds of heat races. Oh, we've got 3 Pro Light heats. Look at this. The sleds came out everywhere.
Yes, they did.
Hegeman.
Yeah. Who pulled their sleds out of mothballs to come race today?
Good to see Dylan LaBelle's name on there too, but Dominic Hegeman, the 69 in this one as well, had a great night last night. Let's see as it goes to starters' orders. Round 1, Heat 3 of the Pro Light division about to go green. And they are racing. The 179 with a great start right there. That's Martin Johansson. Oh, off their sled right there. That was Kellen Schopperin, the 54 sled at the top of the hill. But as they hit that Amsoil finish line, it's Johansson, it's Hegeman, it's Duffy, your top 3, and they are bunched up as they make their way down the hill.
You watch Dominic Hegeman. I mean, he was on fire last night. Look at his outside, around the outside.
Trying to find his way around him. Up the hill they go. Johansson's been fast all season long, too. The 69 sled of Hegeman tries to reel him in. Eats some heavy roost as they head up the Monster Energy Mile.
Yeah, you know that roost is getting heavy right now. It's starting to set up a little bit, and it's just big ice pellets now.
Over the U.S. Air Force fly away, and down the hill he comes. And another lap in the books, and the lead, with now 4 laps to go, continues to belong to Martin Johansson. You see back there behind him, Duffy and Boone, 3rd and 4th. And another outside move for Hegeman at the bottom of the hill. I think he made it stick this time. And he does. We've got a brand new leader in Dominic Hegeman as they head back up the hill. An outside line move, Fish, at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, I was watching. He did that earlier, and he gained some good ground right there. So he knew that's what he needed to do to make it work.
Just points it towards the lake and gives it gas. Out of the turn and down the hill he comes over the U.S. Air Force flyaway, and our brand new leader heads for the Amsoil finish line. Dominic Hegeman is your leader 3 laps to go in round 1, heat 3 of your Pro Light division. Almost off his sled. He's off his sled. An endo for Dominic Hageman. A hard landing after the AMSOIL finish line. Luckily, he's okay, trying to get that thing righted. But that was a disastrous landing.
Yeah, he was doing a little swapping, and then finally it caught. So, yeah, that's never a good feeling there.
Most people watching and everybody here in the stands knows these sleds are heavy. They got a mind of their own. Once they go in a direction like that, you either got to bail or hang on, right?
Exactly.
And back on his sled, we're glad to say, was your former leader, Dominic Hageman. Meanwhile, at the top of the hill, around the U.S. Air Force turn for the U.S. Air Force flyaway, your leader is Johansson. Here's a look at what happened. Oh, that is a straight-up endo. That looked like something you do on a dirt bike, or I should say, I do on a dirt bike.
Yeah, he just got a little sideways.
Oh, my goodness. It was as crashes go, that's a pretty good safe dismount for Dominic Hageman right there. Back on the racetrack. Now a lap and a half to go for your leader, the 179 of Martin Johansson. Back up the hill he comes.
Yeah, sizable lead right now on the second place Duffy.
Camden Duffy out of Richmond, New Hampshire, running second right now. Martin Johansson out of Sweden, the 179 your leader. He'll head for that U.S. Air Force flyaway. Down the hill he comes, and he'll see the white flag fly. 1 lap to go in round 1, heat 3 of the Pro Light division. We've got a lap to go in this race, and Fish, we always say the Pro Light division gives you a lot of action. The sun hasn't even gone down yet, and we've already seen our fair share here in the Pro Light division.
No, you got to remember, all these racers, this is it. This is like the last race. So this is a prove, they got to prove themselves for rides for next year. They got to just prove themselves for themselves. And so, they're giving it. Every single one of these riders are riding to the top of their potential right now.
We'll be sore tomorrow for the rest of the week. Oh, your leader at the top of the hill. Headed for the U.S. Air Force flyaway. And down the hill he comes. Holding on for the win in round 1, heat 3 of the Pro Light division will be Martin Johansson. Coming across. Second right there, that'll be Duffy. And holding on for third will be Ethan Boone out of Livonia, Michigan. So 3 heats of Pro Light division and some new names we haven't had with us all year, and there they are, finishing second and third. Congratulations, but a big win for Martin Johansson.
That's going to give him some definite confidence going into the next couple rounds, the next round and the next final.
A really, really strong run for Martin Johansson. There you go. Johansson, Duffy, Boone, Pedersen, Chaperon, and Dominic Hageman. We'll break. We'll come right back, and we'll get started.
Every race is a test of performance. When the stakes are high, racers rely on proven products. If AMSOIL products are engineered for this kind of punishment, you can trust them in your garage. Shop by vehicle to find everything you need for your ride. Get the protection you demand and performance you deserve with fast, free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
And welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Snocross, presented by Brunt Workwear. From Spirit Mountain in Duluth, Minnesota, Jeff Fisher, Chris Hockey, Erica Allreed, Taven Woody, Rod Skorich, and the entire AMSOIL Snocross family, bringing you coverage of the final race of the year and the final for the 120 champ 6 through 12 class is about to go green. And these are a different variety of sled, Fish.
Yeah, these aren't your average go to the dealer and buy sleds like those 200 class sleds are. These are pretty highly modified sleds.
And they are racing. And you'll hear the, oh, we've already lost one at the top of the hill. Looks like we get everybody separated, get them back on their sleds and get going, but down the hill they come. And we'll set the field for you as they hit that AMSOIL finish line. Look at those little things fly. Deegan Jaguar, your leader. Vinny Diorio second, Harrison Scar third, Nixon Jutnik in fourth. And those in the top four right there, the usual suspects in this class all year long, is coming into this race tonight. Deegan Jaguar was your points leader and I believe has already secured the championship in this class. Vinny Diorio was second, Harrison Scar third, and Nixon Jutnik back there is fifth heading into tonight's racing. So lots of spots still up for grabs. But out front is your points leader and your leader as they just give it all they can heading up that hill, Fish.
Yeah, these things are actually climbing pretty good. I mean, considering how steep this hill is.
I tell you, a couple of those kids look like they want to get out and push them up the hill. They got a lot of energy.
Look at Vinny coming to that outside.
Here he comes. We've been seeing this battle all year long, Fish.
Yeah, Vinny's been that thing goes. He's got some power on Jaguar, and if he can just hang on and not get into the situations, he's just a small enough of a stature of a little guy that that sled can throw him like the big sleds do to you and I.
Absolutely. He looks to the inside and look at him down the hill. Jaguar holds on. Diorio looks to the inside. They hit the AMSOIL finish line. Another lap in the books. And Jaguar on the gas, but Vinny is right on his tail. It's Jaguar, Diorio, and Guyan, 1, 2, 3, as they head down the hill.
You know, and these are 6 to 12-year-olds too, Hawk. So
6 to 12-year-olds.
Yes.
And again, you will see that when we hand out the hardware after this race is over, but you forget just how young these kids are when they're on these sleds going this fast on this racetrack.
These are the same kids. When they're out here on the track, they are just, they're fierce competitors. But when they're off the track, they're playing in the snow.
I know.
Playing, and they're just.
I catch you over there playing race cars with them all the time.
But I have fun. Hey, I can have fun too, right?
You can, absolutely. Up the hill they come again, the 213. Deegan Jaguar, your leader, out of Timmins, Ontario. You see Vinny Diorio out of Richfield, Wisconsin, right behind him. At the top of the hill they go again.
Yeah, Deegan's figured out. He keeps looking back and seeing Vinny there, and he doesn't want to lose this one.
Down the hill he comes, your leader, heading for the AMSOIL finish line once again. The white flag flies for Deegan Jaguar. One lap to go around this big old racetrack for this 120 champ final. Catching up to some slower sleds. He'll take the outside line. See if Vinny can take advantage of that as they head down the hill. Jaguar, Diorio, Guyan. 1, 2, 3. And by the way, Guyan came into this race in fourth in the points in this class. And Harrison Scar, who was third, just in front of him by 19 points, is currently sitting in fifth. Or fourth now, he's moved up. So he moved into fourth. That might be enough to keep him in that spot in the points.
Well, you see
the outside line.
You see that outside line. He was struggling a little bit to get up there, but there was a lapped rider on the inside. He didn't want to get held up. Yeah, Deegan's he's figured it out. He's got just enough of a gap on Vinny now.
He's reached the top of the hill. And now heads for that U.S. Air Force flyaway one final time. One last time in this 2026 season. Down the stretch he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. The win will go to Deegan Jaguar at Duluth.
A little no-footer there.
I love it.
Celebration.
Great run for Vinny Diorio. Comes across in second. And holding on for that third spot on the podium is going to be, yes, he does it. Gabriel Guyan holds on for third. So there's your top three, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations all around. Knuckles and high fives. Love to see it. Good sportsmanship. Love it. And look at that. Giving high fives for the young man who came in third, Gabriel Guyen, and talking racing right there. You look at that. He's like, listen, I had this going on, and I saw this. I love it. Just little versions of pros right there. Yeah. That's all it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, both those guys, they're both riding out of full-size haulers, too. So
they are. I know, they are. So there's your finishing order. Congratulations to all of our one.
Is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Aim high, Airman.
Is about to go green for their final. And they're racing! Who will get the step point hole shot?
Yeah, Louisville? Yeah. That was sick.
Talk is cheap. Proof isn't. That's why we put every major OEM snowmobile engine through intense testing to validate that AMSOIL products don't just meet standards, they raise them. It's all part of how we design AMSOIL products to deliver next level protection so you can ride with confidence. From the chemical lab to the field to the mechanical lab, AMSOIL products are tested, proven, and ready to protect your sled, wherever the ride takes you.
So I learned from my racing experiences how well AMSOIL performs in extreme environments. When we get dispatched to a large wildland fire, I can't afford breakdowns. If we break down, impacts could include loss of personal property and possibly lives lost. People are counting on us. I don't know if that equipment's going to be out there for a day, a week, or a month. Everything out there has to work, it has to perform. AMSOIL gives us a competitive advantage both on and off the track, and that's been one of the keys to our success.
Come back to Duluth and Spirit Mountain, the AMSOIL Snocross National, presented by the U.S. Air Force. Jeff Fisher, Chris Hockey in the booth here. But down at the podium, we're ready to hand out the hardware for the 120 Champ Final, ages 6 through 12. Coming in third on the 100 players from Maple Lake, Minnesota, Gabriel Guyen.
Gabriel, such a well-earned third place finish, and also you were third place in the points. How good does it feel to get this?
Really good.
And who would you like to thank today?
My mom, my dad, MN Heating, Professional Mechanical Services, Ladine Forwarding Landscaping, Annandale Dental, Highway 47 Auto, Rock Excavating, and everybody else for helping me out.
Congratulations on your third place finish.
And coming in second out of Richfield, Wisconsin, the number 88 Skidoo, Vinny Diorio.
Vin, you have a cheering squad out here today. How good does it feel to podium in front of all these fans?
Really good.
And who would you like to thank today?
My mom, my dad, my sisters, Johnny, Mike, Jeremy, Dean Motorsports, Roland Transport, 12 Gauge, Weissman Auto, and everybody else.
Congratulations on your second place finish.
And our winner on the 213 Polaris out of Timmins, Ontario. Make some noise for Deegan Giguere.
Deegan, their number one spot today, and also you are the champion here in our Champ 120 class. How were you able to do it?
I just did it, and I got a good start, and I just kept pushing myself till I was sweating.
And who would you think today?
My mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, Dave Jonas, my trainer, my sponsors, FXR, Tim's Mechanical Solutions, Current Electric, Shine Tech, JetX, Caleb Polehill, Sam, and everyone else that helped me get here.
Congratulations, everyone. Give it up for our 120 champ class.
There's the future of our sport, Hawk, right there.
Absolutely. And we get ready for the Bikeman Performance Pro-Am Women's Final, as 17 sleds will take the starting line, 2 rows of sleds for the final race of the year for our Pro-Am women. And we already have a champion, 14-year-old Avery Hemmer. A dominant year, tonight's 3rd qualifier, but last night it was a different story, a dominant victory for Victoria Dillon, tonight's number 1 qualifier.
Yeah, Victoria Dillon, she's on fire. I mean, she was riding fantastic last night. Her qualifier so far, she's looking the same. I think she's just wants to end the season on a high note.
Sega Forcell, our 2nd qualifier, has been so strong the second half of the season. Came into tonight sitting in 4th in the points, but since Inanna Hauger is not with us due to injury, she'll finish probably, I would guess, 3rd in the points for the season if she can hold off Nayli LaBelle, who had a podium finish last night. So lots of racing and lots to still be decided outside of your champion, Avery Hemmer, who's 3rd qualifier right there.
Yeah, you look at how they were lining up there. It's 17 sleds out there. It's going to be an interesting start here, to say the least.
And we've seen that as a story in this class far too many times this season.
Yeah, these gals are not afraid to get in and come in with their elbows high.
Look at that number 1 red plate on that sled right there. That sled used to be number 15. It's number 1 now for a reason. Getting ready to go to starters orders. And we're about to go green for the Pro-Am Women's Final for the final time in 2026. And they are racing in Duluth. Great start on the inside for Victoria Dillon. I see Nayli LaBelle there as well. And down the stretch they come for the first time. Looks like everybody made it through clean. Big air for your champion there. And Victoria Dillon is your leader, and Nayli LaBelle right on her tail. What a strong weekend for Nayli LaBelle so far.
Yeah, she is, like she said, she's finally figuring it out. She's got the riding ability we've seen in the past, but now she's just been kind of fighting a few things. And I think, like she said last night, she's figuring it out.
And the battle right now has begun between Nayli LaBelle and Sega Forcell for 2nd and 3rd right there. We'll set the field for you again momentarily. But up the hill they go through that Monster Energy mile. And there's your leader, Victoria Dillon. Good weekend for the Dillon family.
Yes, so far so good for them. And LaBelle, and look at the LaBelle family. They've been running right up there too.
And there's your champion right there, that number 1 sled, moving through the crowd. We'll set the field for you. As now under 4 minutes to go. It's Dillon, it's LaBelle, it's Avery Hemmer up to 3rd, it's Forcell and Rose, your top 5 right now in the Pro-Am women class.
Now, does Hemmer want to end this on a high note? Is she going to go for it, or is she just going to, sit back and run a race?
I wondered if she would go for it, and oh my gosh, she almost went for Lake Superior there. But I don't even know if gush is a word, but I just I thought she was not going to find enough brake to get herself stopped. But into second place. But what a drag race up the hill. And now she'll set her sights on Victoria Dillon. This could get very, very fun. We still got 3 minutes of race left, and the champion has set her sights on the lead, Fish.
Yeah, this could be interesting. I mean, she's, let's see when we'll reset the field when we go across the finish line to see what kind of a gap that she's running.
Big air, and the lead is still Victoria Dillon. Back to Avery Hemmer, it's 4 seconds, and we've got 3 minutes left in this race. Sega Forcell, by the way, got around Nelly LaBelle and is in third, and then LaBelle in fourth and Rose in fifth.
And Dillon ran a second of a lap faster than Hemmer did that last round.
My goodness.
Was it because she got a little sideways on the bottom of that hill? But let's see what happens now. Clean, both of them should have clean track to run with right now.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this final. Up the Monster Energy Mile. We're following our champion there. And there is third place. There's Sega Forcell, who did get around Nelly LaBelle at the bottom of the track. But your leader, Victoria Dillon, has been so impressive all weekend. Another lap in the books.
And like we said before, Dillon, practices with her brothers.
Yeah.
Well, they're running fast. She's going to run fast,
Absolutely. Right? And the lead down to just under 4 seconds. But again, we've only got 2 minutes left in this race. Does Avery Hemmer have enough time to reel in a very, very fast Victoria Dillon?
If they're going to run those speeds and those lap times, no.
No. But a factor's about to get heavy here, and that is the traffic. Look at Victoria already catching some of the back markers of this race.
And that can make a big difference. We've seen that affect a lot of our races.
And in all classes, that can be a problem. Victoria Dillon gets around the first two without any issue at all. Now a minute and a half left in this race, and she heads for the U.S. Air Force flyaway and down in front of this crowd once again here in Duluth. Ooh, big air and over the AMSOIL finish line. Now a little over a minute to go in the Pro-Am Women Final, and the lead is down to 2.5 seconds as Avery has reeled her in quite a bit. But a minute to go in the race, Fish.
Well, let's see if Avery can pull it out. She just ran a 1.5 seconds faster than Victoria Dillon that last lap. So that's where we saw it.
Yeah, we talked about it last night, though. Being the person in pursuit is so much easier than being the person being pursued. You don't have any idea how close the person is behind you. There's the shot. Outside line for your leader. 38 seconds to go in this final. The top of the hill. Victoria Dillon back on the gas over the U.S. Air Force flyaway. What an impressive weekend for Victoria Dillon. The champ is behind her over the AMSOIL finish line. Now 2 laps to go in this race. And the lead is 2.6 seconds, and there's Avery.
Yeah, we're looking at like 2 laps to go now. So it's, if Avery's going to do it, she better pull a pin really quick here and run.
But I'll tell you, the way Victoria's been running, she's on cruise control right now and just smoothing every section of the track. If she's waiting on her to make a mistake, it might not happen.
Yeah, no, they're going around, coming up the this rhythm section, coming up to the Arctic corner. I mean, look at the holes in that thing.
Yeah. At the top of the hill, your leader, Victoria Dillon, the number 11 sled, makes her way over the U.S. Air Force flyaway and will head towards the AMSOIL finish line. She'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go for your leader here in Duluth. And I believe she put some space between herself and Avery on that lap. Oh, quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. A 6-second lead now for Dillon over Hemmer, and Forcell still sitting in third. At the bottom of the hill for the final time. Out of Ontario, Canada, Victoria Dillon on the number 11 Skidoo makes her way up the hill for the final time. What a way to wrap up a season. Up the Monster Energy Mile one last time. And headed towards the U.S. Air Force flyaway. And down the stretch she comes. The flag will fly, and the win will go to Victoria Dillon, a double in Duluth.
Very excited, Dillon there, which he should be. That was a great run for her.
Coming across the second, Avery Hemmer, and Sega Forcell will hang on for the third and final spot here in the Pro-Am Women's Final. What a race and what a weekend for Victoria Dillon. Let's throw it down to Erica Allreed, who's with a very, very special guest.
Absolutely, Chris. Joining me down here at the podium is Ryder Harnoy, who is been awarded our Star of the Future award. Ryder, how special is it to get this award?
Oh, it's so amazing to get this. All the amazing people that voted for me. It's just so great.
And how was your year?
The year was amazing. A lot of ups and downs, stayed healthy most of the year, a lot of podiums, and just amazing people around me.
Absolutely. This one was well-deserved, and congratulations on a great year. And not only are you going home with this award, but you are going home with some swag courtesy of Monster Energy.
Well done, Erica, and congratulations. Our Star of the Future. Remember that face and remember that name. We'll break. We'll come right back and hand out the hardware. This is AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by Brunt Workwear from Duluth, Minnesota.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. How many moments can you give?
Riders rule.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. How many moments can you give?
And welcome back to lovely Duluth, Minnesota. Spirit Mountain, the site of our final race of the season for AMSOIL Championship Snocross, presented by Brunt Workwear, and we're ready to hand out the hardware for the Bikeman Performance Pro-Am Women Final. Here we go. Coming in third on the number 266 Polaris. Make some noise for Sega Forcell.
A lot of people here cheering for you down at the podium, Saga. Saga, you said the beginning of the year was a bit of a rough start for you, and you were honestly surprised to be standing up here on this podium and receiving this third place. How special is this?
I don't know what to say. The start of the season was really rough for me. I had the finals, but I didn't drive because I crashed, and yeah, this feels so good, and yeah. And thank you all my sponsors, Polaris Snow, Teams Outside, Kiteen Tarvemetalli, FXR Snow, Snowmobile Park, Jokikone, Forsell Transport, Go-Supermarket Rinteen, Kulma, and I want to say the big thank you for DTM Racing. Without them, I'm not here.
A lot to be proud of leaving this season. Congratulations, Saga.
Well done. Our second place rider is our Brunt Hard Charger Award winner and our champion. Out of Nowthen, Minnesota, the number 15 Polaris, Avery Hemmer.
Avery, a second place tonight, but an incredible season overall. Can you just take me through it?
Yeah, we started off strong in Duluth or Ironwood, and then just stayed consistent all the way through the year. And I got to thank everybody, my team, Monroe Motorsports, Run Power Race Park, Polaris, Chopper City, FXR, SSI, Maxima, Walker Evans, everybody in the Polaris trailer, my friends and family, my trainer Drew, Kelsey from Lift PT, and then everybody else. Thank you.
Congratulations, Avery.
And our winner doubled up in Duluth. Out of Ontario on the number 11 Skidoo, make some noise for Victoria Dillon.
Obviously a very excited Victoria Dillon, and rightfully so. A dominant performance this weekend. What were behind these efforts?
Just confidence. You know, I've been working on my mindset a lot. It's been a struggle this year, but we finally got her dialed this weekend. Big shout out to Casey from Thien for getting me all these hole shots. Couldn't have done it without him. You know, just hit my lines and let's go. So I want to thank my mom, my dad, Mike Schmidt, LRR, FXR, Skidoo, Stud Boy, Glenn, Pro Raps, Shock Doc, Glenn. Oh, I already said that. I don't know, just everybody else that helped me out. Thank you so much.
That confidence was on full display here this week. And congratulations, Victoria. Congratulations to our top three.
And thanks for a wonderful season to our Pro-Am women. But let's go in the studio, Fish. You've got a very special guest.
Yeah, I do. No introduction really needed for the man, the myth, the legend, Blair Morgan. Blair, thanks for showing up here. Blair, you've been coming to the races back here now how many years?
It's been 10 years now, back helping out with the Skidoo guys.
Okay, now you're like a mentor, right, for the riders?
Yeah, mostly.
Over the years, what riders have you been helping?
Well, it started off with Tim Tremblay. That was kind of the reason why I came back, help him. And obviously after that, Elias Ischel, and now into like Creighton, Dillon, Lincoln Lemieux, all those guys, in between. It's been a great 10 years.
Yep.
Fun to be back.
And because of that, it's the last one we have to pick for the year, but the Dominator. And Blair Morgan, you are awarded AMSOIL Dominator.
Cool.
Woo! You get this trick award. You get this big check
Happy
that can be cashed at any bank of your choice.
Well, it should fit in the ATM, right?
That's it. It'll fit in. And then also you have a case of AMSOIL Dominator oil to lubricate all your two-cycle engines you have. And I know you still have a few motors around, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You still ride?
Oh, yeah, I still ride. Anything I can get my hands on.
I love it. Blair Morgan, our AMSOIL Dominator.
Thank you. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you don't mind, we'd like you to stay and call this race with us. We got some Pro Lite heats about to happen here. They're sitting above in the starting line. We'll take the check. I promise you'll get this back.
Sure.
That's an IOU. That's as good as a check right there. You know what I mean? But we'll come on up here and let's call this race with the great Blair Morgan. Now, Blair, of course, been around you a little bit, but as somebody who was new to the sport when I got here a few years ago, I knew of you from everything. Obviously, not only just snowcross, but motocross, and being somebody who developed so many different things in this sport, but something I actually had to